WOWT6. This is Heartland Focus.
Good morning. Good morning and welcome to Heartland Focus. I'm your host, Tim Clark. Today we have Terry Sanders will be joining me in a little bit with the Omaha Star. But first of all, I just want to like every week, I start off with just reiterating the importance of mask up, social distancing, washing your hands, go get tested. testnebraska.gov. Go to their site if you can sign up for testing there, or call your doctor. Call your doctor or a community health center, Charles Drew, One World. Those are two that's in the area. But call your doctor, your primary doctor, and just ask them and prepare yourself for a strategy and a plan for if you choose to get the vaccine. That's a personal choice. Just know that I'm choosing to take the vaccine, and I believe it can be trusted, it's safe, and it's effective. And I think when you look at the historical perspective, people are looking at the numbers now and seeing that a lot of people of color, particularly African Americans, are reluctant in terms of taking that vaccine, largely due because of history and a lot of just a lack of trust because of behaviors from the past. And I just think as you're making a decision, really follow the facts. Take the time to really do the research and do your homework. And once you discover that, then make a decision. And I think my discovery is that it's safe, effective, and is trusted. And it will do what it needs to do to help prevent in some cases and curve down from the spread of COVID-19. It's all about really, if you don't want to do it for yourself when it comes to the mask, is doing what's necessary to protect the people that's in front of you. Protect the people that's in front of you. And especially, I mean, most people are running around here masked and masked up. Some know, but a majority of them don't even know if they're carrying that virus because it's so asymptomatic. There's no signs, there's no symptoms. And plus, we're in this flu season. And so with the flu season, you're going to come with some upper respiratory kind of challenges, some pains, and all those kind of things. So it's important to know. So the way you know is you go get tested. Go get tested. And you can look at Department of Health and Human Services website and get information about the vaccination process. When will it be your turn? Kind of when, where, what, and all of those kind of things. You can go to that site or you can check with the Douglas County Health Department. So there you go. Let's do what it takes to fight and win. Fight and win against this insidious virus called COVID-19. I'm excited. This is Black History Month. I always say it's a short month, only 28 days in it, but there's a lot of power in those 28 days. But I believe and I feel, and a lot of folks feel, that Black history is 365 days. We're living it, breathing it. The impact that it has had in terms of these United States and the world is significant and profound. And I'm excited to bring on right now Terry Sanders with the Omaha Star. Terry, how you doing?
Good morning.
Yes, good morning. Yes. Hey, I tell you, you're looking so presidential. I mean, are you running for mayor? You running for governor? You got that power red on?
No, I am the publisher of the Omaha Star. That's the only.
That's what you gonna stay there. Okay.
That is it.
You're gonna report the news. You're gonna agitate it. You're gonna whatever, all that good stuff. Yeah.
We're going to report the good news.
The good news.
We don't report all the news that you see everywhere on TV. The Omaha Star historically has reported the good news in our community. And that's what I'm here for. That's what I do. When someone's daughter receives a scholarship to Hampton, we talk about that. You don't see that on the in the Omaha World Herald. You don't see it on Channel 6, but you will see it in the Omaha Star.
And so that's a good segue into, for folks that don't know Terry, tell us about, I mean, you shared a little bit about mission, and that's a different mission and strategy for your,
Yes.
from your mainstream. So talk about mission, and since we're in this, month of Black History, let's talk a little bit about the significance of the Omaha Star. Let's start there, and then I want to talk about the founder too a little bit. We're going. I mean, we don't have enough time. I'm going to have you come back, but at least we can get the conversation started.
Okay, let's get it started. So the Omaha Star was first published on July the 9th, 1938.
Wow.
The publisher at that time was Mrs. Mildred D. Brown. She hailed from Bessemer, Alabama. She was trained as a teacher. She came to Omaha, worked for another newspaper before the Omaha Star started in their advertising department, what we would call marketing these days. And then she broke away from that, started the Omaha Star, and since 1938, we have never missed a publication. And I think that's very significant. There have been civil uprisings. We've had a pandemic. There have been many things that have happened in our community, but that never stopped the publication of the Omaha Star. And so as I said before, in the masthead, it talks about the good news. We publish the good news of the community. And we're not just limited to the Omaha community, but we publish the good news of the country and of the world. And we pride ourselves, even though we publish bi-weekly, which is every 2 weeks, we pride ourselves on having up-to-the-date information as much as possible.
Okay. So I love that. But you find yourself, especially with that strategy and focus on good news. Some people would say, good news don't pay. When you think of like even our station and CNN and a lot of stations, what drive their numbers and their sponsorship a lot of times is just this bad news all the time. Is just, so I love what you're doing there. So how can people help? Is there a subscription, or how can people order the paper? Let's talk about that a little bit. And I think we're going to be able to pull up your website, or you can tell people where to go.
The website is www.theomahastar.com. Now, you ask, how can you help?
Okay.
There's several ways. We have a subscription that can be delivered to your home for $40. You can't take everybody in your house.
You're talking about $40 a month or $40 a week?
$40 a year.
What?
That's it. $40 a year.
No, that's affordable. That's affordable.
And that is very affordable.
Well, publicly, I'm going to put myself out there. You got me, okay? I'm going to, I'm not going to even ask my wife or get permission. I'm going to subscribe to the Omaha Star.
I think that everyone in the city, not just in our community, but the city should subscribe. We have information for everyone. While our focus is our community, which is the North Omaha community, we have information for all.
Yeah.
A $40 subscription delivers the Omaha Star to your home. From time to time, I put a little special note in there. I think the current subscription, I put in a small survey with a self-addressed postcard to be returned to us.
Okay.
At Thanksgiving time, I told my subscribers, we are thankful for you, because our subscribers are the lifeblood of our paper.
Yeah.
There are 500,000 people approximately in the city of Omaha.
Okay.
The Black population is approximately 12%.
Right.
I need 25% subscribing to the Omaha Star.
There you go. There you go. And I think we can get that. I think one of the things, Omaha and the state of Nebraska, like you said, is it's concentrated, it's focused in terms of North Omaha Black community, but it's a paper for the whole state and for the whole city.
And this is the oldest Black newspaper in the state of Nebraska.
Okay, I didn't know that.
The record. No one can beat that. If you weren't here in 1938, you're out of the running.
Well, that's good. Terry, we're going to take a break. When we come back, since we're in this moment of Black history, I would like for you to really expound a little bit more on terms of Mildred Brown, the significance of her work, and really of what was and where do we need to go, perhaps, in terms of 21. So stay with us, and we'll be right back. Welcome back to Heartland Focus. My guest, the publisher of the Omaha, I was going to say Omaha World Herald, the Omaha Star, the publisher of the Omaha Star, Terry Sanders. Welcome, Terry. Again, thank you for taking the time. So we were talking about really the mission, purpose, and your focus in terms of the Omaha Star. In light of Black history, the founder, Mildred Brown, talk about her impact for the ones that don't know, haven't heard in terms of just her story. Let's spend some time talking about her story.
Okay, first of all, I need you to know that the lady above my head is Mildred Brown. And I'd like to believe that Mildred has my back, literally.
Okay.
I stand on her shoulders for everything that I do here. I am born, raised, and bred in Omaha. And so I remember Mrs. Brown. Mrs. Brown was a very elegant, regal lady. She showed up everywhere. And when I say everywhere, every tea, every fashion show, if something was going on in Omaha, Mildred showed up and she brought her photographer. So one thing about the Omaha Star, it was always full of pictures. And so I am bringing that aspect back to the Omaha Star. People may not read an article, but they will sure look at a picture.
That's right.
And so I have reinstituted Family of the Week, which spotlights a family in our area. If anyone is interested, email me at publisher@omahastarinc.com. Let me know that you're interested in being the Family of the Week. We come out, we take your picture, we talk about everybody. We even include the family pet. Somebody owned a rabbit, and the rabbit was in the story and the picture. So the vision is to continue with that people focus of the Omaha Star. And you said you made mention of what pays the bills.
Right.
You know what? As long as we do a quality job, people will continue to subscribe.
That's right.
The lifeblood of this paper, yes, it is advertising, and we love our advertisers. But without subscribers, the advertisers won't come.
That's right.
Because they have no one to be before. So in my mind, the subscribers to the paper are our best friends and our best advocates. From time to time, there's typos, we get it wrong. People will call me first thing Monday morning. I saw that so-and-so and such and such. Yes, thank you for bringing that to my attention, and we make corrections. And you ask, what is the vision going forward?
Yes.
Well, first of all, it's to feature people. Second of all, we are starting what is called Omaha Star 3.0. What?
What is that?
Omaha Star 3.0.
Sounds like a math problem.
I know it does, but it's not a math problem. It is not a math problem. What we are going to do is join the digital age by interviewing persons of interest, and then there will be a follow-up story in the Omaha Star. So all of the social media platforms, Instagram, Facebook Live, YouTube Live, we will be in all of those places. And it is not limited to local people in Omaha. I have a T-shirt that says, "Yes, I'm from Omaha, and there are Black people in Nebraska." Well, we are all over the country, and I want to feature the stories of some of those persons. The newspaper is our lifeblood, but I am going to take this newspaper to the next level by also including some digital content.
Nice, nice. Well, I tell you, and so that's the vision. I love that. I love that. That's the vision. And go ahead.
Let me also tell you, while that is going forward, the Omaha Star is owned by the Mildred D. Brown Memorial Study Center, which is a 501c3 organization.
Okay.
So the Omaha Star is a program of the Study Center. And one of our other programs at the Study Center is archiving.
Oh, bless you.
Excuse me.
Bless you.
Comes in threes, so I should be done.
Okay, all right.
We have an archiving project, and we have gone back as far as 1942 to the present to digitize the Omaha Star. And we feature some of those pictures and articles in the current newspaper. So
I love that.
Aunt Shug, do you have a picture of my Aunt Shug in 1923? We can search, just like you do Google, search our archives, come up with it. For a nominal fee, we will provide that to you. And that will also help to fund the paper.
Oh, look at you, developing some revenue streams.
Yes,
okay.
Developing revenue streams. And I mentioned that we're owned by a nonprofit organization, so we also accept donations.
That's good, that's good. Well, one of the things, when you look at, you said you guys went back all the way to 1940.
To my recollection, 1942.
Okay.
Now, there is an organization that we are connected with called Newsbank. They have microfiche of the Omaha Star back to its beginning in 1938.
Wow.
On the wall of the building, I have the very first front page that was published.
Wow, that's awesome. So Terry, in terms of just, as you look at, purpose, and especially in light of what's going on in our country, we really, we've just kind of witnessed a transition of power.
Yes.
We're in the midst of a pandemic in terms of virus. We have racial tensions and just so much. There's a lot of stuff. But in all that, I'm hearing, in terms of your paper, we find good. We still find good.
Yes.
And so
good might be under a rock, but good is there.
There you go. They're still good. What do you see as, especially from a paper perspective, and you've been a part of this fabric of this community for a long time. You've been in the fight, and you're not afraid to roll up your sleeves.
Right.
What do you see as our way forward? How do we? I think history is so important, but our history makes way for our what's next.
So you talk about what's next. We have a scholarship program through the Study Center. And from that, the scholarships, of course, are in journalism. There's a young lady that has just returned from Hampton University in Virginia.
Okay.
Who is one of our scholarship recipients. She actually writes a column in the paper. I give people an opportunity to have a column that is published in each paper with a byline. So a byline is like gold to a student who will be looking for their next opportunity. So we believe in supporting our youth. We have a junior journalism program. The pandemic kind of put some brakes on that, but it's still there. We invite people to write. We reserve the right to edit what is written, and we reserve the right to publish what we receive. But for the Omaha Star, the way forward is to continue spotlighting young people, providing opportunities for young people, and not just young people. There is a gentleman that moved to our city, I think he told me in August. He is a counselor at one of the high schools, And someone at the school told him he should come to the Omaha Star. And he came in one afternoon, we talked. He's moved here from Ohio, and he's a writer.
Okay.
And he has poetry.
Nice.
And so far, I have published 2 of his writings.
Okay.
There's another young man that reports on the legislature. Come on with it. I send you an email, where is your story? There is a young lady who publishes on the religious aspects. We published that. Someone does some financial.
So people could, I mean, if viewers out there that want to engage in some of those opportunities, again, they can just reach out.
They can reach out to me.
Okay.
Publisher at OmahaStarInc.com.
Okay. Okay. So again, as we close this segment, Terry, give your wish or your thoughts to, North Omaha, because I know I talked about in terms of your commitment and what you've been doing for its community. What is your hope? If there's, because now hope for something positive, and that's what you've been really surrounding yourself around. But what is your hope for North Omaha?
I always say you are not a success unless you have a successor. And I am looking for someone to shadow me and pick up the mantle and run with it. One thing that the public probably does not know, Mrs. Brown had no children. Mrs. Brown died in her sleep in 1989 with no successor. Her niece, Dr. Margarita Washington, picked up the mantle, and she moved here from Kansas City, and she continued to publish the paper.
Yeah.
When Margarita became ill, Mrs. Phyllis Hicks published the paper.
That's awesome.
When Phyllis retired, Miss Frankie Williams published the paper. And now it's me. Notice in that stream are 5 women. 5.
Yeah. I mean, what's up with that? I mean, come on, where's the guys?
You know what? It's a skirt. It's a skirt thing. And so I am looking for someone to learn this business.
Yeah.
And to succeed me.
There you go.
Because
I love
want
that.
to deem myself a success, but I won't be if I don't have a successor.
Yeah. And a good friend of mine's, we share the same friend, Johnny Rogers, and he says, it's not big enough if you can do it by yourself. And I take that, but I think what you're saying is like, wait a minute, I'm only good as if who's coming behind me, and
Who's coming behind
and with you. That's
those
right.
that support the paper, those
right.
writers,
That's
those people who are around.
That's right. That's right. Well, hey, Terry, you're awesome. Thank you so much. And I want to congratulate you on your position as a publisher. That's big. That's big.
Yes.
Congratulations. And then I also want to congratulate and recognize in terms of just because you're the mom, and you're the mom, but your daughter Simone, in terms of her significant role with Vice President Kamala Harris, that is just, you have to be just feeling just so good about that. There you go. There you go. That's awesome. So, and that's right here in Omaha. Little old Omaha has a reach and an impact to the president, to the White House, the president of the United States. But of course, District 2, we did, they did deliver that electoral vote, so that's pretty powerful.
Yes.
So for that, thank you so much. I appreciate you and what the Omaha Star, what you guys do to impact and keep that positive light on what's happening in this city, and particularly North Omaha. Thank you. Gratitude.
Thank you for the opportunity, Tim.
Right on. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we're going to finish up the segment just with a few things going on in the area. Stay with me. I'll be right back. Hey, welcome back to our Heartland Focus. This coming Thursday, 7 p.m., Moving People to Action. It's a social media platform that really concentrate on meaningful conversations that lead to solutions. You can go to this site and register, but we're going to focus on, of course, this is Black History, so we have the Black History department head, Cynthia Robinson. We have Eric Ewing, the executive director of Great Plains Black Museum, and we also have Terry Sanders, the publisher of Omaha World Herald, that's going to be joining us for a discussion in terms of Black history, where we've been, where we're at, where do we need to go. So please go to that page and sign up and follow us on social media, Facebook, Moving People to Action. Moving People to Action on Facebook. We're going to bring some energy. There's a lot of movement that we need to be about in terms of moving people to action. That's all for this episode of Heartland Focus. Make today the beginning of your best year yet. Go out, I was going to say go out there and hug somebody, but wear your mask, social distance, wash your hands, go get tested. Go get tested and follow the facts. Follow the facts, not so much opinions. I'm out of here. Until next time, Tim Clark, be good to yourself. It makes it so much easier to be good to others.